Right.
That had a lot going for it. 15-point tiebreaker. Both teams have their now full allotment of 2 challenges. They'll have 2 timeouts. If needed, teams will change sides when one reaches 8. Our third 5-set match of the day.
Third regional final to go to 5 sets. And in case you're wondering, in 5-setters, San Diego just happens to be a perfect 4-0. Stanford 3-1. So both of these teams feeling pretty confident.
Blossom still rubbing her neck a little bit, going back to serve first. Benbow has been really good. Froling is blocked straight down.
Interesting here in that San Diego hangs Grace Froling inside, and that's by design. She approached inside there, and Katie Baird read that beautifully, was all over that.
You just tip your cap if you're Froling. That was a magnificent block move by Baird, one-on-one. Look at that, Froling again.
And Gabby Blossom, who obviously has such a great feel for the game, right back to Froling. Give her another opportunity.
San Diego at 30-1. Both of these teams conference champions. Stanford, the #1 seed in their section of the draw, 27-4 overall, 9 times a national champion. San Diego has never been to a national semifinal. Stanford looking to get to their 24th. Perfect dig.
Blossom creating tempo.
That was shanked. A long run by Rubin. Ogilvie went hard underneath one of the tables near the court in a magnificent effort. Nothing phases this athlete. Nothing. Wonderful effort.
Look at this effort, all out. And you heard that here in the gym. You heard that.
Of course, Kate Georgiadis of Houston became a internet sensation, landing on the table in their first-round match for Houston at Creighton.
I know she's got a lot of adrenaline right now, but she's going to feel that one. Ouch.
They got tomorrow off.
Whew.
Ball just out of bounds. Good eye by Baird. So far on the night, the Diggers, Annie Benbow with 17. Elena Ogilvie with 21. And that ball will drift out of bounds. Back-to-back service errors.
Something that really hasn't impacted this match much.
Not at all.
Nope. Very interesting.
Both teams have served exceptionally well.
And as we move into a 5th set, Paul, you can't help but think about, there was obviously some controversy about who would be the higher seed in this region. And some people thought San Diego deserved it. Stanford with this home court advantage now in set 5.
Kip a little bit off-timed. And a swing and a miss. Pressure now on Stanford. You're exactly right. I voiced my opinion. I did it last week during the 5th set when I was back at ESPN. I thought that San Diego deserved the #1 seed in this section and the right to play this match at home. And this is the rotation. Annie Benbow serving, along with Maddie Allen in the back court when they won that spectacular set point.
3 pretty good defenders. Wow, you don't see that. A foot fault violation.
Wow.
You just never see that.
Oh, clear. Yeah, wow. Good work by the official. I think that's the 3rd one I've seen in my life in the women's game. I'm kidding. Boy, Stanford not doing a good job with, smart shot up into the block to restart the point. And then Rubin, who's really raised her level offensively, number 13 in white, ripping the ball off the top of the block.
Into the block by Kip, reset the point. Another beautiful ball from Canny Miner, who gives her hitters something to look at every time. Something good to look at.
Rubin now with 11 kills, 9 digs, 4 blocks. Tied at 4. Passing breaking down here for San Diego. Out of system against this Stanford block is not a lot of fun.
What can San Diego do to get a little different look passing here? No change.
They're working on Maddie Allen right now. She's
really
in the center back. 3-0 run for Baird and Stanford. And going at her again. Pretty good response. Hard swing for Lukes and finds a small seam. Wow, sometimes it's your night.
The San Diego team, though, you know, I said it earlier. Coach Petrie said, who can be braver out of system? And boy, have the Toreros been very brave in some of their out of system looks.
Stanford's passing the ball really well right now. What a cover by Ogilvie. And missed out of bounds. Good blocking, turning the tables for the Toreros.
Lukes and Stoner, side by side, have done a really good job blocking Kendall Kipp.
Boccini, as you pointed out, might get a look here on a good pass, and Stanford is up their first. Look at that serve! I mentioned it in the previous set. Grace Froling has really got it going clean. Clean and flat.
6'5", gets on top of it. And boy, that ball just drops in front of the passers.
Tough swing for Rubin. What a smart turn. Off the outside blocker. Brilliant attacking the second time through.
Here comes Sammy Francis into the front row for Stanford, and Coach Hambly has some words for her on her way in, some very specific coaching here.
Two-hitter rotation, that is in the front court.
Bennett nails the pass.
Good hustle by Kipp. Probably should have been called a lift. Great work on the pass and a courageous set that time. Change sides. San Diego. Why not us? Leading Stanford by 2. Only one more piece of the puzzle to fill out the national semifinal bracket for next week in Omaha. Louisville and Pitt will play for the third time. As I mentioned, they split their 2 meetings, both winning at home. Texas waiting in the wings. Will it be either Stanford or San Diego? Back with Missy Whittemore. I'm Paul Sunderland. San Diego leading 8-6 on the side change. And once again, Kylie Priest on the floor. She served up an ace on the floor for Katie Lukes in the 4th set. Kendall Kipp with 24 kills. Rubin with 12. Baird with 10. Kipp is roofed.
Nice serve by Priest to set this up. Stoner, who's so good laterally, look, drops, gets there, but that's Edwards turning that left hand back in bounds.
Good pass, good set, good attack, just a better block. You know where the ball's going to go, but that doesn't mean you can do a darn thing about it when you're dealing with Kendall Kipp. But Edwards with a stuffed timeout called by Stanford. What's the conversation? How much more pressure is on Stanford? They did get the seed. They're playing at home. They're back deep into the tournament where they are seemingly every year.
And I think it's interesting, you know, Stanford lost at home this year to Texas and at home to Louisville. So, you know, all of a sudden you start to remember that. You know, they haven't been perfect here, but, and as you mentioned, they also have that pressure of being the higher seed.
Big play coming up in this match. There have been so many already for the last 2+ hours. It's been, what a day of volleyball. Starting in Louisville, then in Wisconsin. What a performance by the Pitt Panthers to advance on their side, and Ohio State and Texas. Logan Eggleston leading the way. Asia O'Neal was absolutely wonderful. Good from the service line as well. Emma Halter, Zoe Fleck, Sage Kaina Torres. I don't think I've forgotten anybody. I probably have, so apologies in advance. Priest now coming out of the timeout. Biggest lead of the set so far for San Diego. Kip on the right side, Rubin on the left. Has Stanford gone away from the middle too much? They've been passing well.
And speaking of passing, you go back to set one, and San Diego was shaky, to be honest. But boy, have they turned it around.
Down the line, Rubin registers the kill.
Rubin, the freshman with no fear. Wow.
That felt like a must-have side-out score for Stanford. Kip back at the line. Kevin Hambly, her head coach, says she is the most dangerous server among many. Off speed and blocked. A rare poor set from Gabby Blossom. She'd like to have that one back. That was about 9 feet off the net.
Yeah, Edwards mad as soon as she rolls that one, knowing Sammy Francis was right in front of her.
Timeout called by San Diego. Kip now with 6 blocks, 3 digs. Ogilvie with 21 digs. On the night, San Diego hitting 274, Stanford 271. 54 digs for San Diego, 51 digs for Stanford. It has been that kind of very, very even match all night long.
In this set alone, this 5th set, Stanford only hitting 091, San Diego only hitting 125. So it's tight right now.
San Diego led 9-6, back-to-back points. Now the shoe's on the other foot in terms of Rubin got Stanford a must-have side out. Now it's Jen Petrie and the San Diego Toreros. Rubin on the night, 13 kills, hitting 323 after a pretty slow start. 3rd, 4th, and 5th sets, number 13 in white, has been spectacular.
Both of these teams score a lot of points on their own. 63 kills for Stanford, 68 for Stanford so far. And the setting has lived up to all we expected.
Not only here tonight, but all over the country.
Yes.
Kip back at the line. We'll see how the San Diego receivers respond. Bennett in the middle of the floor with Benbow and Lukes.
I expect him to go right at Bennett.
Pretty easy serve. Bennett handles it nicely. Oh, and another roof. Whatever the message was from Kevin Hambly to Sammy Francis, message received. 3-0 run for Stanford.
Haven't noticed Francis a whole lot tonight, but boy, a couple big moments right here that she's come through.
Tough swing. Kip. What a dig by Benbow.
Wow.
Katie Lukes off the hook. What a saving dig by the libero for San Diego.
Elite swing from Kendall Kip, and look at Benbow, plays it up with control, and the placement from Gabby Blossom, so accurate.
San Diego back on top by 1. Free ball back to the left to Rubin. Oh, another dig. This by Lukes for the 2-point lead. Ball is down. The ball is down. Really good hustle by San Diego to play the whistle. Not that they could hear it, because I certainly couldn't.
So much in that rally. But I think you just, one word, effort. Effort.
Alex Hoagland, backup setter, on to serve, 11-9. Kip out of the pipe. Oh, sees roof! Stanford needs a timeout, and they're going to take one right here. That dig by Annie Benbow set up all of this, what's going on right now. 3-0 run. Put this in perspective. You and I have both been covering this sport for a long time. At Stanford, elite team, no question. The whole conversation about who should be the number one, who should be the number two. And San Diego has gone toe-to-toe with one of the favorites to reclaim another national title.
Stanford, 9 national championships, more than any program in the country. And I'll tell you what, the home field advantage, the home court advantage feels so big in this sport. And in order to secure one of those number one seeds, you can't just play good a part of the season. You have to be good all year. San Diego did everything they could. They said, we're proud of our body of work. It's out of our control. And they've come, and I think they do have a bit of a chip on their shoulder, but they haven't allowed that narrative to overtake them. They've just been really steady.
San Diego led 9-6. Stanford goes on a 3-0 run. It's 9-all. Then another 3-0 run by the Toreros. Take us to the to the Stanford side. Do you go back to Kip again?
I like the way Ruben is swinging. If they can pull the blocker with Sammy Francis coming in hard and get Ruben a look with either one block or at least some space there in the block, I think out of the front row to Ruben here.
Hoagland's been doing a really good job under pressure serving. San Diego is 3 points away from rewriting history. Free ball for the Toreros. Edwards over the top of the block. Points away.
Hoagland.
Free ball. Do you go middle? You do!
I honestly wasn't sure on the answer. I said, let's ask Gabby Blossom, and she gave us the answer. Yes.
5 match points. Monumental upset because of the circumstance, this being at Stanford. San Diego. Not yet. Free ball. Incredible performance by the San Diego Toreros. Match was played at a super high level, and San Diego beat Stanford on their home floor for their first ever trip to the national semifinals. Just such a tribute to this San Diego team. Nobody believes in us but us. And look at the run they went on, Missy, at the end of that match.
Incredible.
Tied at 9. Stanford did not score another point. Just an unbelievable performance. San Diego will take on the top-seeded Texas Longhorns on Thursday night.